Welcome back to Applied Physics Lecture Series, Unit 3 Optoelectronics, Lecture 8, Solar Cell, its structure and characteristics. What is this solar cell? A solar cell is again simply a PN junction that can generate electrical power when it is illuminated with sunlight. So by taking the sunlight, so that means it is illuminated with sunlight, so it can able to capable of producing electrical power. So that is nothing but solar cell. They operate under photovoltaic mode. That is, if the diode is left an open circuit, an extremely measurable voltage appears between P and N regions. And on the right hand side of this slide, you can able to see the symbol of a solar cell. So a normal battery symbol, but it is enclosed in a circle, and the two arrows which are coming towards that one is nothing but sunlight. And this is the basic structure and how you are going to operate the solar cell. So there are various parts like P-type silicon, N-type silicon, junction, metallic contact, external load. All those are present. Glass connection will be there, and all those we will discuss in the next coming topics. And this is solar cell, which is photovoltaic mode. Simply it is called as a PV system. So you can able to see the assembly of a photovoltaic system also. First one, a single solar cell, and with a combination of such a single solar cells, you can able to fabricate a solar panel, and a combination of such a huge number of solar panels results to form a solar cell photovoltaic system. So under these, so many parameters are there: electricity meter, AC isolator, fuse box inverter, battery, charge controller, generation meter, DC isolator, cabling, mounting, tracking system. These are all the required number of connections to assemble a photovoltaic system from a single solar cell. And you can able to see the diagram which is representing the solar cell, and with help of the diagram, now I am going to explain how to operate that solar cell. It consists of a P-type chip on which a thin layer of N-type material is grown. So at the bottom we are having a P-type silicon, and on the P-type silicon we are growing the N-type silicon in the form of a layer. The N region is heavily doped and it is very thin, so that the light can penetrate through it easily. So observe here in this diagram, the N region is present at the top and it is heavily doped. At the same time, it is very thin. Therefore, sunlight, once it is entered at the N-type silicon layer, it is easily passes. It easily passes through that one, and it can able to cover the entire range. The P region is lightly doped, so that most of the depletion region lies towards the P side. At the bottom, we are having the P-type silicon. It is lightly doped. Therefore, most of the depletion region lies towards the P side. It also consists of a glass cover and anti-reflecting coating. The front and back contacts are metallic contacts. You can able to see the metallic contacts at the bottom and at the top. Metallic contacts for the flow of electrons. Electron-hole pairs are mainly created in the depletion region. Already I mentioned it is towards the P-type material, and due to the built-in potential and electric field, electrons move to the N region and holes to the P region. The movement of electrons and holes results in the accumulation of a charge on the two sides of the junction and produces potential difference called as photo EMF. If a load, for example, a bulb is connected across the cell, current flows through it. As a result, bulb will be blown. And if you consider the characteristics of the important characteristics, IV characteristics of solar cell, the IV characteristic depends upon the intensity of the incident radiation. That means how much amount of solar light, the sunlight is coming, and also on the operating point. So that means external load, how much amount of external load is connected to that circuit. If the external circuit is a short circuit, that means external load resistance is 0, then the only current is due to the generation of electron-hole pair by the incident light. This is called as photocurrent, denoted by IPH. Another name for this one is short circuit current, which is represented with ISC. The photocurrent is related to the intensity of incident radiation, that is IOP by IPH is equals to K into IOP. Here K is equivalent to an efficient metric that measures the conversion of light into electron-hole pairs. When external load is connected, it develops a voltage. The voltage opposes the built-in potential and reduces the barrier for carrier injection across the junction. This is similar to a PN junction when it is operated under forward bias. This forward bias current opposes the current generated within the device due to the solar radiation. This is because of IPH is generated due to the electrons going to the N side and holes to the P side due to the electric field within the device. That is drift current. This phenomenon is known as drift. The forward bias current, that is due to the external load, is due to the diffusion current. That is electrons going to the P side and holes are going to the N side. You know diffusion. So the concentration, carriers are moving from high concentration region to low concentration region. So in the P side, electrons are less, that's why electrons are going towards P side, and in the N side, holes are less, that's why holes are moving N side. So that is the phenomenon of diffusion. The net current can be written as I equals to minus IPH plus ID. So that means photocurrent plus drift current. And if you consider the IV characteristics, volt amp or current volt amp characteristics or current voltage characteristics. So if we draw the graph between current which is measured in milliamperes on y-axis and voltage on x-axis, so many parameters you can able to define from this graph. Useful power Vm into Im, ideal power, fill factor is about 0.65 to 0.8 approximately, and you can able to measure, even notice dark current, that is due to minority charge carriers, etc. And other important factor is nothing but efficiency. So efficiency can be measured. It is the ratio between useful power, that is P max, to the input optical power. So efficiency is another factor. It is also defined as useful power, that is P max, to the light intensity into area of the solar cell into 100. This is gives in terms of percentage. That is usually solar cell can generate voltage in between 0.5 to 0.6 volts. Thanks for watching.